Hey, hi you guys, and welcome to Through Evangelist Eyes. I'm not sure, I may take a grab at my camera stand here. I'm not sure it's going to hold up. There's a wind going and it's blowing on it. So if I jump towards the camera, it's for the stand. Hey, the title of this video, and by the way, we're in Leviticus chapter 1. My name's Rod Savala, and this is Through Evangelist Eyes. And I'm hoping to encourage you and to pray for you that you're proclaiming Christ, that you're actively involved in evangelism. Whether it's out in the streets like this, or whether it's one-on-one, or at your workplace, or in your neighborhood. The title I gave this is well, there's more than one title. When I went into Leviticus chapter 1, it's talking about the priest and what the priests do. And I wrote down, bring your offering. And then I wrote down, do your job. The priest had a job to do. And then I wrote down, faith is order. It's order in is your life, is my life in order? Faith has everything to do with order. The orders God gives on how to worship Him, how to get along with your fellow man. Let me ask you this question. How would you answer this? Which came first? Not the chicken or the egg. The chicken came first. Which came first? Faith or worship? Which came first? Faith or worship? I would contend that it was worship that came first. Faith isn't the problem with man. Matter of fact, the Word says that the heavens declare His glory, that no man will have an excuse for not believing. Man's problem isn't that he doesn't see God, he doesn't see the evidence, or he doesn't have enough proof to satisfy him. That's not his problem. His problem, he's a rebel, he's a sinner, and he wants to run away from God. So faith really isn't the problem. The issue I should be looking at is, am I obedient in worship? Am I obedient in following what the Lord has told me to do? And check this out, in Leviticus, Moses, then the Lord called to Moses. Let me read a little bit of this. And spoke to him from the tent of meeting, saying, speak to the sons of Israel and say to them, when any man of you brings an offering to the Lord, this is worship. This is doing what God has told me to do that allows me to get close to Him. And I don't know if you can see these, I have got at least 15 or 20 circles around what they are supposed to bring for that worship and for that offering. The animal is to be without defect. They're supposed to sacrifice it at the doorway. The guy doing the sacrifice is supposed to put his hand on it. They're to slay the bull. It's supposed to be a bull. They're to offer up the blood. They're to sprinkle the blood. This is all done at the doorway. On and on and on it goes. So with this in mind, the proper worship, and that's what Leviticus is about. It's about doing things in the order God said to do them. This is what it led me to in Matthew. Let me find it. Oh, You know what? I didn't write it down. I did mark it though. Not in Matthew, in Luke chapter 17. Do you remember this story? The apostles say, they said to the Lord, increase our faith. Increase our faith. And don't we hear that amongst believers? I need more faith. Check out how Jesus answers them. And then the story he tells right behind this. I mean, it's connected. Listen to what they say. The apostles said to the Lord, increase our faith. And the Lord says, if you had faith like a mustard seed, tiny little seed, you would say to this mulberry tree, be uprooted and be cast into the sea. Boom. A tiny bit of faith would have that mustard seed flying through the air to the ocean. And then he says, which of you having a slave plowing or tending sheep? Listen to this. They were just talking about faith. And the Lord goes right to the labor that you expect of a slave, of a servant. Which of you, having a slave plowing or tending sheep, will say to him when he has come in from the field, come immediately and sit down to eat? I don't think so. But will he not say to him, prepare something for me to eat, and properly clothe yourself, and serve me while I eat and drink, and afterward you may eat and drink? He does not thank the slave because he did the things which were commanded, does he? I'm doing the work that the Lord has told me to do. We're doing the work. Those out here who know this word, I hope, are doing the work. Let me finish that verse. So you too. Oh wait, let me back up. He does not thank the slave because he did the things which were commanded, does he? So you too, when you do all the things which are commanded you, say, we are unworthy slaves. We have done only that which we ought to have done. You know, if it's faith that you think is holding you back, I can't do this, I don't have the faith, I would suggest it's not faith. It's not faith. Obedience? That could be it. Let's let God be the judge of our labor, of our works, of our motives. Let the Lord be the judge. And let's you and me do the things that we know we ought to be doing. Okay? So let's go. One of the things we're told that we ought to be doing is don't hide your light. Don't hide it. You wanna get better at evangelism? Take the lid off your light. You will instantly get better. God bless you, and here we go.